at how to create a pivot table and how to use the fields which we have discussed in the last videos, in my previous videos about filters, columns, values and rows. How to use these parts to create our pivot table with meaningful data analysis, so that it will be very much useful and give us the appropriate result within seconds. So first of all, I will just click right now at the in the fields, pivot table fields. I will click at nitrogen. So you can see the nitrogen is taken part into the values directly, and it is taken sum of the nitrogen. But is it really useful data for us right now? I don't think so. It doesn't give anything to us, and we are not able to do any kind of analysis from this part. This kind of data can be useful when there is only one variable, or the variable or the label which is present in our data. But here we are having different variables also, so I don't think so this data is giving us any meaningful point. If I click on the phosphorus also, then it is taking directly into the rows, because there is some data into the values, it is directly taking into the rows. And through this also I am not able to understand what really this data is telling to us. So it is very much important that we understand how to place our data points into the pivot table with simple drag and drop options also. So I can just click on this and just drag it to the up and left. So this way, this now the pivot table is clean. Now we have to do that. So first of all, I will take the label, because in this data I am having in the label point rice, banana and everything, different kinds of fruits which are actually useful for us, for our analysis purpose. So I will take labels into the rows. I can take labels into the rows. So now it is showing me something which is very much I can say practical use, like a apple, banana, black grain, chipak, everything is right now here present. Now we can actually understand what the data is telling to us. We can actually put it into the column also. If you see in the column it will be this way, at the rows it will be this way. So one label we have created. Now we want to understand how many data points are there for a particular apple, mango or maize, anything. For this particular fruits, how many data points are there in our given data? So what we have to do, we have to again take the label, click on the label and take it to the values, drag and drop into the values bracket. Here now you can see the count of the label, means apple, there are 100 data points of the apple in this, banana 100 data points, black gram 100 data points. So overall there is 1200 data points are available, data available for the given fruits in the given data. Now what we will do, we will just now try to take a nitrogen point, that how much nitrogen is required for the apple, banana, black gram. So I just click on the nitrogen, it is taking directly into the values. Now here if we see, we are getting the sum of the nitrogen. Is it really required sum of the nitrogen? It can be useful where we actually want the total, but in this case we want it should be on the what is the value, average value required for the apple to produce, what is the average value of nitrogen required to produce a banana. So what we have to do, just you can actually go here at this point and just click on the eye. This kind of a dialog box will open, this dialog box where sum of nitrogen is written. Now you can actually just click on the average and press OK. So this way I am getting some basic understanding that for an apple there is a 20.8 gram of nitrogen is required in the soil, that can actually give me the best results for the apple. Not the best, but average minimum result of the apple. For the banana it will be 100.23, for the cotton it is 117.77. So this way average can be checked out. Now how to understand what is the maximum amount of nitrogen required in this production. in the production of the apple, maximum and what is the minimum. So for that, again just go on the nitrogen, again drag it down below the average of nitrogen, again one more time drag it down and take below the now click on the I button. Now take maximum value here, max value of nitrogen. So you can see the maximum nitrogen required for apple is 40, and what maximum nitrogen required for banana is 120. When we check for the minimum, again click on this I and check for minimum, press OK. Now you will see the minimum nitrogen required for apple is 0, but for the banana the minimum nitrogen requirement is 80. For black gram it's minimum 20. For cotton it is minimum of 100 nitrogen required for making the production of of cotton. So this way we have done a simple basic data analysis, very basic data analysis about the requirement of nitrogen for different kind of fruits. I will give you some basic homework right now. Please try to find out what is the requirement of minimum, maximum and average requirement of phosphorus, potassium and the temperature, and do write your answers in the comment box. If you have any doubt, you can just put your comments in the comments box, and I will try to answer all your doubts, because it's really important to understand how pivot table works and how pivot table play a very much essential part for the business analyst person, or for any kind of analysis, for and making the work well within time, well within seconds. That the time which required for simple jobs was 1 day, 2 days and all, that you can actually save, and your productivity you can increase a lot, a tenfold, more than tenfold your productivity can increase if you have a command on pivot table. So I hope you understand a basic part of how to make the pivot table. See you in the next video. Thank you.